An alarming 75% of workplace harassment victims experience retaliation when they choose to voice their concerns. This staggering statistic is not just a number, but a harsh reality provided by the US Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. These workplace harassments take many forms, including sexual harassment, bullying, discrimination based on race, gender, or sexual orientation, among others. It's an unfortunate truth that echoes in the hallways of various industries, but it is most prevalent in hospitality, healthcare, and retail sectors. This underscores the urgency for us to take a stand. Every countless individuals around the world are forced to endure such unfairness. It's time we all make a concerted effort to bring about change. Speak up, stand together, and help create a safer, more inclusive workplace environment. Because everyone deserves respect and dignity at their place of work. Take, for instance, the story of a woman we'll call Jane. Jane was a committed employee at a long-standing tech firm, tirelessly clocking in extensive hours to meet strict deadlines and to contribute to the success of her team. However, her professional life took a dark turn when a senior colleague began to make inappropriate comments towards her. It began subtly, with offhand remarks that slithered under her skin, leaving her feeling uncomfortable and uneasy. As the days and weeks passed, they started becoming more explicit and alarmingly frequent. Each remark felt like a needle pricking her dignity, pushing Jane into a corner, making her feel trapped in a space that once brought her joy and satisfaction. In an attempt to preserve her sanity and protect herself, she began avoiding her harasser, taking detours to the washroom, eating lunch in her car, and even working home whenever possible. The constant fear and unease began to take a toll on her work performance. The previously vibrant and confident Jane now found herself battling, unable to concentrate on her tasks, her productivity plummeting. On days when her harasser was absent, she found herself able to breathe, her work quality immediately improving, proving a direct correlation. Feeling isolated and tormented in her professional sphere, Jane turned to her friends and family seeking support and advice. She shared her ordeal in hushed whispers, her voice often breaking, her eyes welling up with unshed tears. They provided her with comfort, but this was a war she had to fight in her workspace. Jane mustered the courage to report the issue to her supervisor, clinging onto the company's promise of a secure and respectful working environment. To her dismay, she was met with dismissal and skepticism instead of the support and action she so desperately needed. Her supervisor suggested she was overreacting, misreading the comments, and that it was all just harmless banter. The dismissal felt like a punch to the gut, leaving Jane feeling betrayed and her professional space tarnished and threatening. Now, let's consider the case of a man we'll name John. John was a sales associate at a large retail corporation. His manager, a woman, frequently made uncomfortable advances towards him. She would touch him inappropriately, make suggestive remarks, and even sent him explicit messages. Feeling embarrassed and unsure, John kept quiet about the situation for months. When he finally gathered the courage to report the harassment to human resources, he was laughed off. His concerns were minimized, with the HR representative suggesting that as a man, he should feel flattered by the attention. John, like Jane, was left feeling alone and vulnerable in his workplace. These stories, unfortunately, are not unique. They are part of a widespread problem that affects countless individuals across industries, genders, and positions. Sexual harassment in the workplace is not a joke. It's not a compliment. It's a violation of a person's rights, their safety, and their dignity. Workplace harassment leads to a multitude of negative outcomes, both for the victims and for the companies themselves. It fosters a toxic work environment, decreases productivity, and can lead to significant mental and emotional stress for the victims. It's high time to break the cycle. It's time to stand up, to speak out, and to support each other. If you're a victim of sexual harassment, know that you are not alone. There are resources available to help you navigate these difficult situations. If you're a bystander, don't stay silent. Your voice can make a difference. And if you're in a position of power, remember that it's your responsibility to foster a safe, respectful environment for all employees. So, take action today. Educate yourself about the signs of sexual harassment. Foster open conversations about it in your workplace. And remember, it's not about causing trouble. It's about creating a safe, respectful environment for everyone. Stand against sexual harassment in workplaces. Because everyone has the right to work without fear.